what's up? This is Mac Lethal. I am sitting here with Shabooty for Shabooty.com. All we do is fuck the blogosphere up. We drop controversial news. We say things that are rude. We offend you. We have very poor taste. You have even worse taste. Canadians are douchebags.
So when someone has like a viral video and it blows up, is it the next day that that person starts hanging out with Simon Rex?
Nah, actually, you gotta know that. You gotta know him before. I actually knew him. I know him through the battle rap scene. He's like a big fan of battle rap. So I actually hung out with Simon Rex before the viral video came out. But I imagine typically, yeah. I don't even know if that dude really fucks with people that are like viral videos.
Unless you're Charlie Sheen or whatever.
Okay, unless you're Charlie Sheen. But yeah, like he's a good dude, man. He's you know, we met because of battling and then just kind of hung out ever since. So
so he's not like a latcher on.
Nah, man, he's really not. That's really not his style. I think if anything, that dude's more like anti-fame and shit. You'd be really surprised at how just, you know, like he's been, you know, fucked over by the industry so many times. So it's like he's kind of like he's kind of like not really on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was a hell of a way to open the interview. I knew it. I'm taking the gloves off early.
Yeah. Now, see, I don't want to ask like a million viral video questions because it's kind of cheesy, but how did that come about?
Which, the pancake one?
Yeah.
I just uploaded that shit. I actually had the idea for a while, and I thought it was kind of stupid. Like, I was like, man, I don't really want to do this because it's like corny and it's like a viral video. Like, and then it was like November, and I was just like, man, I got to do like one last thing before the year is over. I wanted to try one more thing. I was like, let me just do one thing, see if it does anything. Then I'll chill for a couple months, and then I did it, and it was just like, pow! And then it blew my blog up as well. The Bennett blog, Texas and Bennett blew up at the exact same time, and it's just been like hard to handle ever since. So this is like just one day in November has lasted this long. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Awkward in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm actually internet friends with one of your ex-girlfriends.
What up, Kelly?
Yeah, and I have to give her credit because before I posted that pancake video on my blog, I hit her up and said, hey, are you going to co-sign this? And I thought she'd be a hater, and she'd be like, fuck no. But she's like, no, go ahead, post it. And then I only posted it because she gave the green light.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you not hating on me. That's... Yeah, no, Kelly's cool. Kelly's Kelly. If you're on the internet, you probably know Kelly. That's pretty much how she works. I don't know how she does it, but no, that wasn't that awkward. For some reason, I knew that you were gonna ask that. Like, so.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
But
so, I'm making it all awkward now. Like I'm just because you wanted that to be awkward, so I'm gonna like be silent and weird for a second there.
Yeah.
Nah, shout out to Kelly.
Yeah. And speaking of Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Like, so then, how often do you see like Tech 9?
Quite a bit lately. Tech 9 is all around Kansas City, but I've been like hollering at some people that he's affiliated with about some stuff. Just kind of talking, see if we can agree on a few things. Can't really get into too many specifics with that either, but yeah, no, he's a good dude. He's smart in terms of like his Kansas City presence. That dude is everywhere. He's always out. You can always see him at a bar or a club or a restaurant or the movies or whatever. Like, he tries to be like all over. He tries to. You probably, if you go out on the weekend, you probably will see him walk by at some point. So, and he's just kind of like a fixture in Kansas City. So, but yeah, I see him quite a bit. Cool dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tech 9.
So what are your thoughts on the holographic Tupac, or hologram Tupac?
Hologram Tupac, I'm waiting for hologram Dick Clark. And I said that shit on Twitter the other day, and then everybody said it afterwards. I'm not saying that I thought of it, but...
I actually said that too.
Did you think of it independently?
Yeah, independent.
See, I'm realizing that all of these like clever things about our brains are like interspersing with other people's, and we're just gonna start thinking of the same shit. All of us are. Nothing original is gonna happen again because I said it, and then like Doug Benson, the stand-up comic, said it like 5 minutes later, and I was just like, "The fucker!" Like, did it? And so, hologram Tupac. You know, I think that it's cool. It was strange. I think the thing that I thought that was kind of strange about it was, like, I thought that like him and like those guys had beef when he died. And it seems that like every single person that Tupac had beef with when he died somehow squashed the beef with him. Like Nas squashed the beef with him. Jay-Z just kind of never had beef with Tupac all of a sudden. Dre and them and never had. It's like all these people. It's like I don't know, man. This dude kind of died mad at you guys. I think that you gotta like you can't just decide that the beef is over. Like what if he's like rolling around in his grave? Like no, fuck you. Like so I don't know. I think that if you're friends with somebody and then you become their enemy and then they die, you don't have the privilege of creating a hologram version of them and performing with them at Coachella.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just me.
And making money, kind of.
And making, yeah. Like,
how was the experience with Atmosphere? I mean, with Rhymesayers.
Rhymesayers.
Yeah.
It was good. Nah, Rhymesayers are like good cats. You know, they're I have like a great deal of respect for them. Everything that Atmosphere and Rhymesayers have built. And it was a really, really cool experience, you know, and they, like, I think that one of the biggest things that we got snagged on was I just live in Kansas City and they live in Minneapolis, and I found out, and I think we both found out, that it's just better to be hands-on where you can go to the label every day and talk to them and stuff. Instead, like, everybody on Rhymesayers was in Minneapolis, and I was down in Kansas City, and I could never be a part of shit, so,
Yeah.
But, like, utmost respect for those guys. Still cool with all of them. Shout out to Rhymesayers.
Yeah. What were your thoughts after kind of like Def Jux blew up in the way that it did?
Yeah, I mean, Def Jux.
When I say blew up, I mean in the negative way.
Oh, like imploded?
Yeah.
Like, I guess, yeah, that was, it's sad. I think the difference is Rhymesayers has a lot of people that work and on keeping the label afloat, and they don't actually do music themselves. And I think like Def Jux, their Achilles heel may have been the fact that like everybody on that label in some way, shape, or form does music, and it's hard to do both things. Like when you're like LP, you make these like brilliantly executed, produced records that are just like from top to bottom handcrafted masterpieces. It's hard to run a record label with a stable of artists and still be producing for them and for yourself. That's why like I'm kind of like not trying to do a label thing and just kind of maybe be an artist for another label right now, because it's so demanding.
Yeah.
And that's where Rhymesayers is smart, is they have a whole staff of people that don't do music, and every day they wake up just to pursue like furthering the label. So,
Like musically, what can fans expect in the future?
like I think that at this point, the thing that's most important to me is like being just like honest. Just like it's almost like the thing that I've noticed, like one of the trends in rap is like it's almost like being whack is like the thing that's in now. Like Double XL has this like 10 freshman list or whatever, and they're almost like half of those people in the interviews. The staff of Double XL pretty much stated that it's like they pick people that are like shitty rappers, and that's like in now. It's like in style to like not care about being good. I think one thing I'll always care about is like I actually like to put some care into the lyrics and shit.
So like if someone comes across this interview and they're like, all right, I want to check out Mac Lethal's music, I mean, what should they type into iTunes?
I would say Irish Goodbye, the newest album I did, or the original 1111, the one that I bootlegged on my own, that never got an official release. Those are the two that I think I put the most care into. I think it's dangerous to type in my name in iTunes and then just like start at the top, because there's going to be a couple things where you're going to be like, really? That? And so I think that jump around a little bit, and then if something catches you, just kind of go that way. But there's been some questionable moves, but at least I'll fucking admit it, you know, like when you are trying to like blow up on some sort of level, you try weird things, and then finally you have like a Pancake video blow up, and you're like, oh, that's all this shit is. It's just like way more idiots that are fucking talking shit and doing so. It is what it is. Just have fun with it.
This is real nerdy shit, but like, did the Epic Mealtime people hit you up after that?
Dude, they said that some people told me that the Epic Mealtime cats referenced me in one of their videos. Like a couple weeks after the Pancake thing, I had like 20 comments one day. They're like, the new Epic Mealtime video references you. I admit, at that point, I had never seen any Epic Mealtime stuff. I thought it was just some, like, online cooking show. And then one day I was like, oh, yeah, I, like, heard somebody talk about it that was, like, kind of famous. I was like, really? Is it that popular? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, wow, this is fucking awesome. Like, those guys are awesome, too. Like, I don't know, are you a fan? Like, do you watch some of that stuff they do? Dude,
I was into it for a while. I haven't seen their latest stuff, but
yeah. I just spent, like, an hour watching, like, 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen it since then, but the like, hour I spent with it was a good hour. It was, like... They have that dude with like muscle glasses or whatever his name is. It's funny shit, man.
Yeah.
It's
I admit, I think one reason I don't pay as much attention closely is almost like they're kind of douchey too. Like as funny as they are, there's certain video. If you've seen this one video when they went out on the town and they had like a dude.
They're Canadian. Dude.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't care. I have tons of Canadian fans. Canadian people are by and large somewhat douchey. Like it's just how they are. Like,
I think there's. I'm not really allowed to like explain it, but there's one video that just turned me off where they're like super douchey man on the street video where and it was like in Canada where all the chicks are nice, so of course they're gonna be nice.
all right.
It's like do that shit in a real city. And then,
like come to like Atlanta or something. Like walk around after the
walk
clubs,
around with like chicken wings around your neck and see what happens.
Oh, that's what
they
were. They're walking.
And they're having girls like eat the chicken off their neck.
Do that in Atlanta. I didn't even know what the video. Or do that out. We're in go to Baltimore and or DC and walk around with fucking chicken wings on your neck and see how. See, but that's Canadian shit right there. You can do that in Canada, and they don't even understand like down here the types of implications that that would be having, or how offensive you get your fucking ass beat for that shit down here. Imagine dudes were like let out of like. You know, like a hood club gets let out, and there's just dudes sitting there with chicken wings on their neck. It's like, hey, girl, come here and eat this shit. Like, you would get your fucking ass beat for that shit.
Yeah.
Whatever, I haven't seen the video. I don't want to see it. But that's just Canadian. The Canadian people, there's just not all of them, but there is some douche in a lot of the Canadian dudes that I've ever met. Like, they're just kind of up north wilderness. Lacrosse, hockey, douchebags.
True.
At least I'm honest.
Alright, I guess just plug stuff.
You know, like, I just like talking to you. Like, Shabooty, check out fucking blog. Text from Bennett is real. That's all I got. Like, I don't like... If they want to know, they can look it up. You know what I mean? Like, when people are like, oh, yeah, do this. Like, I'm never going to do any of the things people plug in interviews. So it's like, I think it's more intriguing. Just, if you want to check out my stuff, I go by Mac Lethal. And then I also have a blog called Text from Bennett. That's about my cousin Bennett. And check out one of them. I think you'll like one of them.
All right. Then, could you give, like, a Shabooty shout-out?
Yeah. Would you want me to just say, like, Canadians or douchebags or... Shabooty.com.
Yeah, just say like, hey, it's Mac Lethal, and you're checking out Shabooty for Shabooty.com, and blah, 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 blah.
Okay. So I'm going to try to say it exactly like you said it, and if that audio of you saying it picked up, you should include it. So.
It's Mac Lethal. I'm with Shabooty for Shabooty.com, and blah, 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 blah.